Hello students, today we start a new topic. In a topic we are discussing about the types of contract. In the last lecture we discussed in a types of contract. So another type of the contract is a cost plus fixed free contract. So in this type of the contract the contractor is paid by the owner and agree fixed lump sum amount over and above the actual cost of the work. So here owner give the sum of the amount like project like 10 lakh rupees project is that, so owner give the sum of the amount like 9 lakh 50,000 or nearer about it, and it's a lump sum, not a fixed amount, it's a lump sum amount to complete the work. So this fixed pre-sale cover overhead and a profit to the contract, so the fee does not vary with the actual cost of the work, as in this case the cost plus percentage rate contract. So here some of the advantages and disadvantages is there. So since the fixed fee cover the contractor's profit and overhead charges, the contractor said naturally try to complete the work speedily in order to earn his fee as soon as possible. So if the contractor complete the 1 month project in a 1 month project complete it in a 20 or 25 days, so get the money as early as possible. So this one is a one of the benefit of the this type of the contract. And here one of the disadvantages also that, so this form of the tender is not popular with the contractor. So despite the fact that they cannot losses loss on it, so the contractor shall try to complete the work as early as possible, even by the purchasing the material at a higher rate and engaging the labor at a higher charges, and thus owner may lose the reasonable amount. So these are the one of the disadvantages. Now next type of the contract is a cost plus sliding or a fluctuating fee contract. So in this type of the contract the contractor is paid by the owner the actual cost of the construction plus an amount of fee inversely variable according to increase or decrease the estimated cost agreed first by both the parties. So here one of the uh, very good and beneficial this type of the contract is there. So thus higher the actual cost, lower will be the value of fee and vice versa. So here one of the best advantages is that, so in this type of the contract contractors shall not try to increase the actual cost as in case of the cost plus percentage rate, or shall not be ident indifferent to in case of the cost plus fixed fee contract, because interest of the contract is totally involved with the variation of actual cost. So the actual cost is thus lower and lower, so both the owner and contractor will be benefit this type of the best cost plus percent plus contract. And here one of the disadvantages also there. So the estimated cost must be very accurately determined. In case of the estimated is much higher than the actual cost due to uh, inefficiency of the estimated, a contractor will get a more amount of the basis of saving and vice versa. Now another type of the contract we discuss is a target contract. So in this type of the contract, contractor is paid on a cost plus percentage base of the work performed under this contract, and in addition he's received percentage plus or minus of a on a saving or excess effect against either or a prior agreed estimate of a total cost or a target value arrived at by measuring the work on completion and valuing at a prior agreed rate. So this one is a target contract. So here one of the advantages of the target contract is the contractor encouraged to use his skill and experience in keeping the cost as low as possible. So this type of the contract is profitable to both the contractor as well as owner, because here contractor is trying to decrease the total cost of the construction. And here one of the disadvantages is also there, so the contractor may show higher cost of the construction and thus he gain more amount even covering the penalty for excess expenditure. Now next is BOT. BOT means build, O means O, operate, and T means transfer. So BOT contract is a build, operate, transfer contract. So this type of the contract, the contractor undertakes to design, finance, construction, operate and maintenance in this work for a construction period. In consideration of the exercise and enjoy the rights, power, benefits and authority and entitlements, including the amount of receivable from the collection of charges levied on the beneficiaries who use the work, and in some cases annuity payment each year. So this one is a BOT. Like example, like in case of the road or bridges, the contractor construct a structure and is entitled to collect the toll from the road user for a concession period. So the cost of the construction of a period is the same manner as the lump sum or item rate contract. So the tenderer then work out the cost of financing project and its recovery from the collection of the toll till the cost of the construction together with the cost of the financial is fully recovered. So like one of the company construct a road, and then after uh, like total cost of the road construction, just example like 10 crore rupees. So these 10 crore rupees is collected from the road user by toll tax. Clear? So this toll tax, after collecting the total 10 crore rupees with profit, he remove the toll and give the entire road construction to the government. So it's become a very good type of the contract. So the cost of the maintenance of the project during the period in question has also to be added to the basic cost, and the number of years required to cover the total cost is generally called a concession period. So the tenderer who submit the cash flow projection seeking the minimum period of the concession is generally awarded as the contractor. Here some of the advantages of the BOT is the main advantage is that state or a public authority is not required to finance the project immediately, and the project is made generate the fund and itself financing to the extent required. So the development work which otherwise would get the delayed can be undertaken forthwith. So this type of the contract is more suitable for roads and a bridge. And here one of the disadvantages also that, so the main drawback of this form of the contract is that is not suitable for each and every type of the work, and in a particular work which are not likely to be generate capital or be self finance are not suitable for this type of the contract. Like rural here also this type of the contract is not suitable for rural water supply, village road, city road, etc. Now what are the parties to the contract? So this topic we discuss in next lecture. So here types of the contract we here completed. Thank you.